If you know, you know. And if you know that Pacquiao is a legend in the game, then you already know that he was the GOAT tonight. I mean, for a 40-year-old to be a 30-year-old champion that's undefeated, it's just unheard of. You know, we got to give Pacquiao the credit he deserved. I mean, I was on the edge of my toes watching this fight. I ain't even gonna lie. I was nervous for Pacquiao. And in the first round, he dropped Keith Thurman. He let him know what time it is. He let him know, and he hit him with reality. You talking all that, don't duck me, son. And y'all see why he's ducking Errol Spence. Pacquiao hurt him multiple times to the head. He hurt him to the body. And this was not a split decision victory. This was a unanimous decision victory for Pacquiao. They tried to take this win from Pacquiao, but Pacquiao wasn't finna have it. He put it all on the line for this fight. He gave it all. And man, bro, I got nothing but respect and love for Pacquiao, man. This dude, one of my favorite fighters of all time. I'm just so hyped right now because I just finished watching the fight. And man, Pacquiao put on a clinic. Keith Thurman didn't know where Pacquiao was. He saw like 3 Pacquiaos in the ring, like Michael Blackson like to say. Shit, at one point, I think Keith Thurman thought the referee hit him because Pacquiao was hitting him with so many combinations, but it was the footwork. But see, the difference between Keith Thurman footwork and Pacquiao footwork is that Pacquiao, he's more natural. He even did the freaking Ali shuffle. He was Muhammad Ali tonight, the way he performed and the way he shined. I mean, I don't want to hear no drug test. I don't want to hear none of that. Because Keith Thurman said it's pathetic to bring it up. So why would we bring it up? Keith Thurman was ducking Errol Spence, was ducking Terrence Crawford. And y'all see why he's ducking Errol Spence. Because he can't take it to the body. Errol Spence will smoke Keith Thurman. And for Danny Garcia, when he stated and asked Pacquiao, why you fighting Keith Thurman instead of me? Because Keith Thurman beat you, son. That's why. So why would he waste his time and fight you when you don't even have a title? Go fight Errol Spence and get a title. Then Pacquiao gonna give you a shot. Don't come with that BS over here. You know, just Pacquiao just ain't a trash talker. That's all. But man, Pacquiao is a freaking legend. He a freak of nature. At 40 years old, the way he performed tonight, the way he shined, it's just take his Hall of Fame to another level. I mean, AB about billions, about bullshit. AB, he claimed he was finna do it for the hood. But he forgot that Manny Pacquiao came from the trenches too. Pacquiao came from the hood too. From the Philippines. You know what I'm saying? So, after he beat Broner, guess what people claim? They're like, oh shit, Pacquiao from the hood. You know what I'm saying? Stop playing. So, congratulations to Pacquiao. He the president. You know how boss that is for a guy to be a champion at 40 years old. And we need to elect him for president. Forget Philippines. He need to be the president of the U.S. You know, we got Trump. So I know Manny is better. I know that for a fact. And y'all know how gangster it is for a president and what kind of president he will have when he go to a different country and then talk to another president and he tell him like, you know what I do for a living, right? And then obviously the other president, he already know what time it is. He Pac-Man. Pacquiao is going to look him straight to the eye. He be like, man, I used to beat up people for a living. And by people, I mean world champions. The best in the world. And this just proves how great Floyd Mayweather was. Because Pacquiao, when he fought Floyd, he made Pacquiao look average. And that's just tells you that Floyd Mayweather is just on a whole different level. He ain't an elite. He above an elite. Floyd Mayweather just cut from a different cloth. So give respect where respect is deserved. But tonight was a Pacquiao night. And when I saw Floyd Mayweather in the ring, something told me, man. I was like, man, you know, I feel like this moment is just too big for Keith Thurman. I know Keith Thurman, he had his wife in the ringside, Errol Spence, all the champions. The world was watching that fight. Floyd Mayweather was in the ring. I mean, he even was obviously watching the fight, but he even hopped in the ring before the fight. So Keith Thurman, after he got hit with that straight cross, because it was a left, then obviously it was a jab, but it's more like a straight cross because Pacquiao had all his leverage. So when he dropped him, Keith Thurman just thought to himself like, damn, this dude is for real. I ain't fighting Danny Garcia. I ain't fighting Sean Porter. Man, for like the first 5 to 6 rounds, Keith Thurman couldn't see Pacquiao shots. And I felt like he fought the wrong game plan because he was kind of pushing his shots. He not really an inside fighter, so he wasn't comfortable. So when he was letting his shots go, I mean, it looked like he was throwing punches in slow motion compared to Pacquiao punches. But I told y'all, Pacquiao obviously got the speed advantage. So if Pacquiao was a former himself, I knew he was going to win the fight. But even though I thought Keith Thurman was going to win the fight because obviously he's 10 years younger, but shit, you don't sleep on a legend like Pacquiao. And like I said before, Keith Thurman got what he deserved because he ducking Terrence Crawford, he ducking Errol Spence, and Pacquiao is willing to fight Errol Spence. I mean, that's crazy. You got to be bugging, Keith Thurman. You let a 40-year-old beat you and take your O and finna fight the guy you scared of? I mean, Errol Spence is cut from a different cloth, though. That's a bad style matchup for Pacquiao because Errol Spence is a southpaw too. And fundamentally, I mean, Errol Spence don't even make mistakes. But Pacquiao, at one point of the fight, man, he even had his hands down throwing combinations. He didn't give a damn about Keith Thurman, but he was just too elusive with using his footwork smartly. Keith Thurman didn't know where Pacquiao was. Obviously, later on, I think the 7th round, he won it clearly. He started landing great punches. He caught Pacquiao with tremendous right hands. I was wondering how come Pacquiao didn't go down. I mean, Keith Thurman is one time, but Pacquiao was one time tonight. I mean, Pacquiao is not one time. Pacquiao is going to be here for all time. He an all-time great. I mean, that's what Keith Thurman slept on. He thought Pacquiao was sweet. He thought Pacquiao was already old. He thought Pacquiao was done and he finna retire him. But nah, you ain't finna do what Pacquiao did to Oscar De La Hoya. He did that to you. So, man, obviously Keith Thurman took the loss like a champ. But at the end of the day, Keith Thurman has to face it. He talked himself a check he couldn't cash. And guess what Pacquiao is doing? He going straight to the bank. So, Keith Thurman, like I said, going back to the fight, man, I'm hyped, man. I'm all over the place. But at the end of the day, I know y'all is too. You know, this is a legendary night. We finna go live. We finna celebrate. We ain't finna sleep. Because Pacquiao did something that's unheard of at 40 years old, being a fighter in the caliber of Keith Thurman. I know we talk a lot of trash, or a lot of people, you know, put down Keith Thurman as this guy who ain't the same, blah, blah, blah. But nah, give Pacquiao the credit he deserved. Pacquiao would always beat at Keith Thurman, especially in his prime. He would have knocked him out. He lucky that Pacquiao wasn't in his prime. But when I was watching the fight, I kept saying, Pacquiao, keep going to the body, because he was early on, but he stopped. And when he was going to the body, it slowed down Keith Thurman for a minute. But then he stopped because he was headhunting, because obviously he was already landing. So Pacquiao was like, oh shit, I could land headshots all day, so that's what I'm finna do. But then Keith Thurman got his second win. Then Pacquiao hurt him to the body. I mean, he hurt him bad. And the difference between Pacquiao and Keith Thurman, every time Keith Thurman got hit, he reacted. Pacquiao took it like a champion. He never reacted. You could tell a couple times when Keith Thurman caught him. I mean, he caught him so flush on the chin. I was just like, man, Pacquiao walking through this shit. You know, what's going on? But again, Pacquiao didn't show Keith Thurman that he got affected with those shots, so Keith Thurman couldn't follow up. But every time Keith Thurman got hit, he showed that them shots hurt him, and that's why Pacquiao jumped on him. But Pacquiao did the right thing, and then in the 12th round, after winning the 11th round, he kind of cruised it. You know, he did his thing. He was just trying to, basically, he was winning the round. I don't know if he won the round, but basically, he was just surviving the round without having to run around or dance around, because he was just playing it smart, landing good shots. And Pacquiao, almost outjabbed Keith Thurman. That's the funny part, man. Like I said, Pacquiao was Muhammad Ali tonight. He turned to Muhammad Ali with that jab. And what happened to that dinosaur arm, Keith Thurman? This is the perfect example of trash talk going wrong. Man, Pacquiao throughout the lead up, he like, man, this dude talking all this trash, bringing up religion. And Pacquiao was just looking, laughing and smiling like, bro, alright. And I knew Keith Thurman messed up because he brought the beast out of Pacquiao that's still left. That's where Keith Thurman fucked up. You don't do that with a Manny Pacquiao. He's still Manny Pacquiao, like I said. And after beating Adrian Broner and out of Keith Thurman, I don't care if he loses to Errol Spence or whatever happens after this. Pacquiao is a legend that will never die. And like I said, he gave us beautiful memories. And tonight, he shook the world by being a Keith Thurman. I know even the Pacquiao fans was worried about Pacquiao tonight. They could say Pacquiao was finna knock him out, this and that, but they was worried, man. You know, I know they was nervous, but at the end of the day, shit. Hey, it's time for y'all to celebrate. I tell y'all that. So, like I said, Keith Thurman just fought the wrong game plan, in my opinion. Try to pressure Pacquiao. Obviously, that was the right thing to do, but if you was going to pressure Pacquiao, do what Jeff Horn did. Even though I had Pacquiao beating Jeff Horn, he got robbed in that fight, in my opinion. But Keith Thurman, when he in the inside, he was afraid to let his punches go because Pacquiao had the advantage in the hand speed. And also the fact that Pacquiao was waiting to counter him with the right hook, etc., etc. So I understand, but at the end of the day, that wasn't his forte when it comes to letting punches fly on the inside, and he wasn't comfortable, and you could tell he was outside of his box doing it, and that's why Pacquiao took advantage. And the reason why Keith Thurman had to do that, because Pacquiao took him out of his game plan when he dropped him in the first round, and even hurt him in the second round. He just couldn't get out of that straight across the jab almost in the first early rounds. And it was looking bad for Keith Thurman. But Keith Thurman sucked it up, and obviously he got his second win. But then that wasn't enough. Pacquiao came back, started winning a couple of the later rounds, and he secured a win. But I couldn't believe that they were trying to take it from Pacquiao. I mean, come on, man. You know, you got to be a bad person for you to take something like that from a fighter that's 40 years old, work hard, and he finna be the president. He should lock your ass up for doing that. Whoever that judge was, you know. The arena was finna erupt and go jump the judges this time if they were to rob Manny Pacquiao. But it was a good fight, don't get me wrong. And I'm finna go live in an hour. We finna talk about this. We finna have a lit night. You know, like I always say, we finna get it litty. Bring 100, at least a 50. Because y'all could have really won a lot of money off Pacquiao. And that's why you don't trust Keith Thurman when it comes to betting. He talking about all you got to do is win 7 rounds. Nah, bruh. And he tried to say Floyd Mayweather does that. Like, nah, Floyd Mayweather win every second of every round, not 7 rounds of the fight. You know, so it is what it is. Pacquiao still won tonight. It don't matter if it's a split decision, unanimous decision, knockout. He still proved himself. And Keith Thurman got what he deserved by talking all that shit and not backing it up. Like I said, he avoided the best competition. Pacquiao still ducked to this day by Lomachenko. Lomachenko ducked the fight, talking about he the second best pound for pound. And he out here ducking Pacquiao, a 40-year-old. And you could see why. He didn't want that smoke because they know Pacquiao still got something left in him. He talking about, oh, I didn't want to get my name off being an old legend that's got nothing left. Oh, y'all think Pacquiao got nothing left? Well, shit. If y'all think he's sweet, well, fight Pacquiao then. It ain't too late. But obviously, Lomachenko will never do so. You know, so at the end of the day, subscribe below if you're trying to get smarter by the day. If you're trying to get dumb about a second, don't listen to these casual ass fans. And follow me at IKTV on Instagram. And click on the notification bell because we finna go live. To be continued on the next episode of IKTV. Peace, and we out.